Some trees grow so massive they feel like mountains. Others have stood quietly for thousands of years, long before the first cities were built. A few don't just grow in forests. They are entire forests themselves. These living wonders have survived ice ages, wildfires, and the rise and fall of civilizations. Today, we're exploring the 25 most incredible trees on Earth, and some of them will completely change how you see what a tree can be. Number 25. The kapok tree, rainforest cathedral. Standing in a tropical rainforest and encountering a kapok tree, Ceiba pentandra, feels like standing beside a skyscraper. It reaches 200 to 230 feet, making it one of the tallest trees in the Americas and West Africa. Its most striking feature at ground level is its buttress roots, which can rise 30 feet from the ground like enormous paddle-shaped walls, stabilizing a trunk that grows at a staggering rate of 13 to 15 feet per year in its youth. The seed pods release cotton-like kapok fiber, which is 8 times lighter than cotton and naturally water-resistant. Before synthetic materials, it was the standard filling for life jackets and flight suits during World War II. A 2019 study in the journal Biotropica found that kapok trees support over 175 animal species in their canopy alone, functioning as entire ecosystems within a single organism. Number 24. Deadvli's camel thorn trees. In Deadvli, a white clay pan inside Namib-Naukluft National Park, Namibia, stand the most photographed dead trees on Earth. These camel thorn trees, Vachellia areoloba, died approximately 600 to 900 years ago, yet their blackened skeletons remain perfectly preserved. Around 900 CE, a river flowing through the area was blocked by massive sand dunes, rising up to 1,200 feet, among the highest in the world. Cut off from water, the trees died. But the extreme aridity of the Namib Desert, receiving less than 0.4 inches of rain annually, created conditions so dry that bacteria cannot decompose the wood. Temperatures here regularly exceed 113 degrees Fahrenheit, and the white clay floor reflects sunlight with near-blinding intensity. Photographer Franz Lanting famously documented the site in 1996, bringing it to global attention. The tallest remaining skeleton stands approximately 30 feet tall. These trees have been dead longer than most nations have existed, yet here they stand. Perfectly. Number 23. Methuselah, the oldest living individual tree. In 1957, dendrochronologist Edmund Schulman discovered a bristlecone pine, Pinus longeva, in California's White Mountains, and counted 4,789 annual growth rings, making it the oldest known non-clonal living tree on Earth. Today, estimated at over 4,800 years old, it was already ancient when the Egyptian pyramids were being built. Its location remains officially undisclosed by the U.S. Forest Service to protect it from vandalism. Standing only about 30 feet tall, its power lies not in height, but in wood so dense and resin-saturated that fungi, bacteria, and insects cannot penetrate it. Schulman himself wrote before his death in 1958, "Survival of the unfittest might best describe their story." At elevations above 10,000 feet, where temperatures drop below freezing for most of the year, Methuselah grows less than 1 inch per decade. Number 22. General Sherman, the largest tree on Earth by volume. If age measures time, volume measures dominance. Meet General Sherman, a giant sequoia, Sequoia dendron giganteum, in Sequoia National Park, California, the most massive single-stem tree on Earth. Measured by the U.S. National Park Service, its trunk contains about 52,508 cubic feet of wood. It stands 275 feet tall, with a base diameter of 36 feet and a circumference of over 102 feet at ground level. Estimated to be 2,200 to 2,700 years old, it was already growing during the Roman Republic. In 1879, naturalist James Wolverton named it after General William Tecumseh Sherman. Despite losing a major branch in 2006, weighing over 2 tons, it remains the volume champion. Its bark, up to 31 inches thick, resists fire, the very force that helps sequoias reproduce by opening their cones. You don't just see General Sherman, you stand beside biomass on a geological scale. Number 21. Hyperion, the tallest tree ever measured. If General Sherman dominates in volume, Hyperion rules in height. Discovered on August 25, 2006, by naturalists Chris Atkins and Michael Taylor in Redwood National Park, California. This coast redwood, Sequoia sempervirens, was officially measured at 379.7 feet using a laser rangefinder and tape drop verification by researcher Steve Sillett and team. That makes it the tallest known living tree on Earth. Estimated to be 600 to 800 years old, Hyperion continues to grow, though woodpecker damage near the top may limit its ultimate height. Coast redwoods achieve such elevation through a unique combination of fog-assisted water absorption and highly efficient vascular systems. Its exact location is kept secret, and in 2022, park authorities announced heavy fines for visitors attempting to search for it. Number 20. Pando, the tree that is an entire forest. Some trees grow tall. Pando grows wide, for miles. Located in Fish Lake National Forest, Utah, Pando is a single clonal colony of quaking aspen, Populus tremuloides, covering about 106 acres. Genetic testing in 2008 confirmed that its roughly 47,000 stems all share one root system, making it one organism. It weighs an estimated 6,614 tons, making it the heaviest known living organism on Earth. Age estimates range from 9,000 to possibly 14,000 years, based on post-glacial modeling. Individual trunks live only 100 to 130 years, but the root network continuously regenerates them. In 2018, ecologist Paul Rogers warned that heavy deer browsing threatens its regeneration, stating, "Pando is at risk of disappearing." You don't walk through Pando, you walk inside a single living being. Before moving on, if you appreciate this content, please take this second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. About 99% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It doesn't cost you, but it makes a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now, back to where we stopped. Number 19. Jomon Sugi, Japan's ancient giant. Hidden on Yakushima Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1993, Jomon Sugi is the oldest and largest known Japanese cedar, Cryptomeria japonica. Estimates vary widely. Core samples taken in the 1960s suggest at least 2,170 years, while some researchers propose ages exceeding 5,000 years. Most conservative scientific estimates place it between 2,000 to 3,000 years old. The tree stands about 82 feet tall, with a trunk circumference of over 52 feet. Its name references Japan's prehistoric Jomon period, 14,000 to 300 BCE, implying it may have germinated during that era. Yakushima receives up to 394 inches of rainfall annually, creating moss-covered forests where humidity slows decay and supports extreme longevity. Due to heavy tourism impact, access routes were restricted beginning in the 1990s to protect its root system. Number 18. The Great Banyan, one tree that became a forest. In the Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden near Kolkata, stands the great banyan, Ficus bengalensis, a tree so expansive it looks like a forest from above. First documented in the 1780s, it is over 250 years old and spreads across 3.6 acres. Instead of growing taller, it reaches only about 80 feet. It grows outward through aerial prop roots. These roots descend from branches, thicken, and become trunk-like supports. Today, it has over 3,700 prop roots. Its original central trunk was removed in 1925 after fungal infection, yet the organism continues thriving, proving that in banyans, the system matters more than the center. In 1987, a cyclone with winds exceeding 93 miles per hour struck Kolkata. The great banyan survived. Number 17. The baobab, Africa's living water tower. The African baobab, Adansonia digitata, looks upside down. Its branches resemble roots clawing at the sky. But its real miracle is inside. A 2018 radiocarbon study led by Adrian Petrut, University of Babes-Bolyai, Romania, found several large baobabs in southern Africa were over 1,000 to 2,500 years old, though many of the oldest have recently died, possibly due to climate stress. Baobabs can reach 82 feet in height and over 34 feet in diameter, with trunk circumferences exceeding 100 feet. Their spongy wood can store over 30,000 gallons of water, allowing survival through extreme drought. Unlike most trees, baobabs often consist of multiple fused stems, forming hollow interiors large enough to shelter people. Some historically used as shops or bus stops. In ecosystems receiving less than 19.7 inches of rainfall annually, the baobab stands as a reservoir, ecosystem anchor, and carbon store. Number 16. The dragon's blood tree, Socotra's alien umbrella. On Yemen's isolated Socotra Island, the dragon's blood tree, Dracaena cinnabari, rises like an inverted umbrella. Rarely taller than 33 feet, its dense, dome-shaped crown is a survival strategy. It shades the soil beneath, reducing evaporation and capturing moisture from fog. When cut, it bleeds a deep red resin known as dragon's blood. This substance has been traded since at least the 1st century CE, recorded in the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, and used historically as dye, varnish, incense, and medicine. Socotra has been isolated for 6 to 7 million years, and about 37% of its plant species are endemic, making this tree a flagship of evolutionary isolation. Recent conservation assessments classify it as vulnerable, threatened by overgrazing and climate change reducing cloud cover. Number 15. Rainbow eucalyptus, nature's living canvas. Found in the Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, the rainbow eucalyptus, Eucalyptus deglupta, is the only eucalyptus species native to the northern hemisphere and the only tree that naturally displays a full spectrum of colors on its bark. As outer bark peels in irregular strips, it reveals bright green inner bark that gradually deepens through blue, purple, orange, and maroon as it ages. Different sections peel at different times, creating a constantly shifting mosaic. Growing up to 246 feet tall, it is also one of the fastest-growing eucalyptus species, gaining up to 6 feet per year in ideal conditions. Botanist Joseph Maiden first formally described it in 1904. Its preferred habitat receives over 79 inches of rainfall annually. Number 14. Monkey puzzle tree, a Jurassic survivor. Long before humans existed, monkey puzzle trees, Araucaria araucana, already dominated ancient forests. Fossil records place their ancestors in ecosystems over 200 million years old, making them a living relic of the Jurassic period. Native to Chile and Argentina, They can reach 100 to 130 feet and live 1,000 to 1,500 years. Their triangular spine-tipped leaves are so tough they persist on branches for up to 24 years before dropping. Cones weigh nearly 4 pounds and take 18 months to mature. British botanist Archibald Menzies brought specimens to Europe in 1795 after reportedly pocketing seeds from a dinner served by the Chilean governor. He later remarked the tree would puzzle a monkey to climb, giving it its common name. The Mapuche people of Chile relied on its protein-rich seeds, called piñones, as a dietary staple for centuries. Number 13. The Dark Hedges, the Sculpted Tunnel of Time. In County Antrim, Northern Ireland, an avenue of roughly 90 beech trees, Fagus sylvatica, forms a haunting organic tunnel known as the Dark Hedges. Planted around 1775 by the Stewart family, they were intended as a grand entrance to their Georgian mansion, Grace Hill House. Over 250 years, the trees have grown into each other, their massive limbs intertwining to create a living canopy that filters light into fragmented shadows. Most reach heights of 65 to 82 feet. The constant North Atlantic winds have twisted the trunks into the eerie, ribbon-like shapes that made the site a global icon after appearing as the King's Road in HBO's Game of Thrones. In January 2016, Storm Gertrude toppled 2 of the trees. Rather than discarding them, the wood was carved into 10 intricate doors depicting scenes from the show, now displayed in pubs across Northern Ireland. Recent surveys by the Dark Hedges Preservation Trust in 2023 warned that as the trees approach their biological age limit, typically 200 to 300 years, they are becoming increasingly fragile. Number 12. Sakura, the tree that measures time in petals. The Japanese cherry blossom, Prunus cerulata, is not the tallest, oldest, or largest tree on Earth. Yet no other tree has generated a more profound cultural and scientific response across recorded human history. Typically reaching 16 to 39 feet in height, individual blooms last only 7 to 14 days before falling. Yet Japan's Meteorological Corporation has tracked cherry blossom bloom dates since 1953, creating one of the longest continuous phenological records of any plant species on Earth. Their data now serves as a primary climate change indicator. Bloom dates have shifted 10 days earlier since records began. Japan's most celebrated specimen, the Jindai Sakura in Yamanashi Prefecture, is estimated to be over 2,000 years old, one of the oldest known cherry trees. Its trunk measures 13.5 feet in circumference. The cultural practice of viewing cherry blossoms, called hanami, dates to at least 710 CE during Japan's Nara period. Today, it generates an estimated 600 billion yen, approximately 4.5 billion US dollars, annually in economic activity across Japan. A 2021 study in Nature Climate Change confirmed that 2021 recorded the earliest cherry blossom peak in Kyoto in 1,200 years, on March 26th. Number 11. Lone Cypress, the Pacific Sentinel. On a granite outcrop at Pescadero Point in Pebble Beach, California, one Monterey cypress, Hesperociparis macrocarpa, has stood for over 250 years against constant Pacific Ocean winds and salt spray, conditions that would kill most trees within years. Standing only 23 to 26 feet tall, its asymmetrical silhouette, branches extending dramatically toward the ocean, is the direct result of prevailing northwest winds shaping every new growth over centuries. The lone cypress has been trademarked by the Pebble Beach Company since 1919, making it one of the few trees in the world with legal commercial protection. It is estimated to be worth millions in brand value alone. To prevent collapse, steel cables were installed in the 1980s to support its aging limbs. A 2017 survey found the tree still biologically active, continuing to photosynthesize despite severe structural stress. Number 10. Angel Oak. Time measured in shade. On Johns Island, South Carolina, stands an eastern live oak, Quercus virginiana, estimated between 400 to 500 years old. Called the Angel Oak, it reaches only 65 feet in height, but its canopy covers an extraordinary 17,200 square feet of shade. Its longest branch extends 187 feet from the trunk, longer than many trees are tall. Some limbs are so heavy they descend to the ground, where they reroot themselves for additional structural support. Botanist William Bartram explored the Carolina coast in 1773 to 1777 and documented massive live oaks of this species. The Angel Oak survived multiple hurricanes, including Hurricane Hugo in 1989, which caused significant but non-fatal damage. In 2014, the city of Charleston purchased the surrounding 17 acres to permanently protect it from development. Number 9. The Olive Tree of Vouves, the immortal provider. In the village of Ano Vouves, on the island of Crete, Greece, stands an olive tree, Olea europaea, that is still producing high-quality olives after several millennia. While its exact age is debated, the University of Crete and the Association of Cretan Olive Municipalities estimate it to be at least 3,000 to 4,000 years old, based on tree ring analysis and the proximity of nearby geometric period cemeteries. The tree's most striking feature is its hollow, sculptural trunk, which has a circumference of 41 feet and a diameter of 15 feet. Unlike many ancient trees that become fragile, this olive tree remains vigorous. In the 2004 Athens Olympics and the 2008 Beijing Olympics, wreaths were cut from this specific tree to crown the marathon winners, honoring its status as a symbol of peace and endurance. Olive trees possess a unique biological trait. They are virtually immortal in the absence of disease or uprooting, as they can regenerate their canopy from the root crown even if the main trunk is destroyed. Number 8. The Crooked Forest, Poland's unsolved mystery. Near Gryfino, West Pomerania, Poland, approximately 400 pine trees, Pinus sylvestris, grow with a near-perfect 90-degree bend at their base, curving northward before straightening upward. Planted around 1930, they were roughly 7 to 10 years old when something caused the deformation. The curvature is so consistent, each tree bending in the same direction to the same degree, that natural causes alone seem insufficient. Leading theories include deliberate mechanical manipulation by foresters or furniture makers seeking curved timber, heavy snow compression during a particularly severe winter, tank or vehicle damage during World War II, 1939 to 1945. Forestry scientist Bernd Müller, University of Greifswald, noted in 2007 that the uniformity suggests human intervention, though no written record confirms it. The surrounding forest grows completely straight, making the crooked grove feel deliberately staged. Number 7. Wisteria of Ashikaga, a floral superorganism. At the Ashikaga Flower Park in Tochigi Prefecture, Japan, grows a Japanese wisteria, Wisteria floribunda, estimated to be over 150 years old, covering nearly 21,400 square feet, roughly half an acre, supported by an elaborate steel trellis system built specifically to hold its weight. Its cascading flower clusters, called racemas, reach up to 28 inches long, producing blooms in waves shifting from pale lavender to deep violet over approximately 4 weeks, each April to May. In 2014, CNN Travel listed it among the most beautiful places in the world. During peak bloom, the park receives over 7,000 visitors per day. Mature wisteria woody trunks can exceed 12 inches in diameter and exert forces strong enough to collapse unsupported structures. Japan's oldest known wisteria, in Kasuga Grand Shrine, Nara, is over 1,200 years old. Number 6. The bottle tree, Australia's living reservoir. In the semi-arid regions of Queensland, Australia, the Queensland bottle tree, Brachychaeton rupestris, evolved one of nature's most elegant water management systems. Its dramatically swollen trunk, shaped unmistakably like an inflated bottle or flask, stores massive quantities of water and nutrients in specialized parenchyma cells within its bark and wood tissue. Typically reaching 40 to 59 feet in height, the trunk can swell to diameters of 6 to 9 feet at its widest point, containing enough moisture to sustain the tree through droughts lasting several months. During Australia's severe 2019 to 2020 drought crisis, researchers at the University of Queensland documented bottle trees maintaining full canopy function while surrounding vegetation died completely. Indigenous Australians historically cut into trunks during droughts to access stored water and used inner bark fibers to make nets and ropes. Number 5. The Bowthorpe Oak, hollow but alive. In a farm field in Manthorpe, Lincolnshire, England, stands the Bowthorpe Oak, Quercus robur, estimated at approximately 1,000 years old, with a trunk circumference of nearly 44 feet, making it one of Britain's thickest oak trees. Its interior is almost entirely hollow, large enough to comfortably seat 12 to 20 people. Historical records from the 17th to 19th centuries document its hollow being used for social gatherings and animal shelter. One account from 1768 described a local farmer hosting dinner parties inside the trunk. Despite being hollow, the tree remains biologically active, flowering and producing acorns annually. This is possible because trees transport water and nutrients through their outer sapwood rings, not their central heartwood. A hollow center does not compromise vascular function. Tree physiologist Klaus Mathek, Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, has cited similar ancient oaks as proof that structural hollowness can actually reduce wind snap risk by allowing trunk flexibility. Number 4. The cork oak of Águas de Moura, the tree that gives without dying. In Águas de Moura, Palmela, Portugal, stands the whistler tree, Quercus subur, the world's largest and most productive cork oak, over 230 years old, standing approximately 45 feet tall, with a trunk circumference exceeding 45 feet. What makes it scientifically extraordinary is its bark regeneration system. Cork oak bark is harvested by carefully stripping outer layers every 9 years, a process called desboia, without harming the living cambium layer beneath. The tree responds by generating entirely new bark. Since its first recorded harvest in 1820, the whistler tree has produced over 220,000 pounds of cork, enough to cork approximately 100 million wine bottles. Its most recent harvest in 2021 yielded 2,645 pounds from a single stripping. Portuguese law prohibits cutting cork oaks without government authorization, with fines exceeding 9,000 euros per tree. Number 3. General Grant, America's national Christmas tree. In Kings Canyon National Park, California, stands General Grant, a giant sequoia, Sequoia dendron giganteum, officially designated the U.S. National Christmas Tree by President Calvin Coolidge in 1926, a title it still holds today. Standing 267 feet tall, with a base diameter of 29 feet and estimated to be between 1,600 to 2,000 years old, its trunk volume measures approximately 46,608 cubic feet, making it the third largest tree by volume on Earth. Its most remarkable survival feature is its bark, measured at up to 3 feet thick, functionally fireproof. Researchers at the U.S. Geological Survey found in 2020 that sequoia bark contains almost no flammable resins, instead comprising dense, fibrous, tannin-rich cells that char on the surface while protecting living tissue beneath. General Grant has survived over 50 documented wildfires since European contact. Number 2. The sandbox tree, nature's most dangerous arsenal. Known scientifically as Hura crepitans and nicknamed the dynamite tree, this species from the Amazonian rainforest is a masterclass in biological aggression. Growing up to 197 feet tall, its trunk is entirely armored with dense, cone-shaped poisonous spikes to deter any climbing herbivores. However, its most terrifying feature is its reproductive system. The tree produces fruit resembling small pumpkins that, once dried, act as biological grenades. They explode with an audible crack, similar to a gunshot, launching seeds at speeds of 230 feet per second. These seeds can be projected up to 150 feet away from the parent tree. The tree's sap is an exceptionally caustic latex. In 2010, research in the journal Toxicon highlighted its ability to cause severe skin blistering and temporary blindness upon contact. Historically, indigenous tribes used this toxic sap to create poison-tipped arrows for hunting. Number 1. The President, the most complex tree ever photographed. In Giant Forest, Sequoia National Park, California, stands the President, a giant sequoia, Sequoia dendron giganteum, that forced scientists to entirely rethink how ancient trees are photographed and measured. Standing 247 feet tall, with a base circumference of 93 feet, it is estimated at over 3,200 years old. Already ancient, when the Bronze Age collapsed around 1200 BCE. In 2012, a National Geographic team led by photographer Michael Nichols spent 32 days assembling a complete photographic portrait of the President. Because no single image could capture it, they stitched together 126 separate photographs taken from a mechanized camera rig, creating the most detailed image of a single tree ever produced. The resulting portrait revealed something extraordinary. The President carries over 2 billion leaves, more than any other measured tree, and its branches alone contain wood volumes comparable to entire mature forests. Researcher Steve Sillett, who led the measurement team, stated, "This tree is arguably the largest living organism by above-ground biomass on the planet. It took 32 days, 126 photographs, and one of Earth's greatest scientific teams just to see it completely. Some things are simply too large for a single moment to contain." Which one amazed you most? Comment below, share this journey, and subscribe for more extraordinary wonders.